Please help me reach 1,000 subscribers. When Emma first presented me to her new manager, nothing felt out of place. It was her firm's quarterly dinner, one of those carefully curated evenings where everyone laughed politely, exchanged rehearsed compliments, and discreetly checked their phones beneath the table. Emma had been working late more often than usual, but I never doubted her. I never had. That evening, she looked incredible, her curls perfectly arranged, her familiar fragrance lingering gently around her. I even remember thinking that maybe, after everything, we were finally reconnecting. Then he walked over. He moved with confidence, tall and relaxed, wearing that smug smile some men carry when they believe nothing can touch them. "Daniel, right?" he said, extending his hand. "I've heard quite a bit about you." His voice was smooth, almost practiced, and something about it immediately unsettled me. Still, I shook his hand and ignored the way his gaze rested on Emma just a beat longer than necessary. As the night went on, I began noticing small details, exchanged glances, subtle smiles, quiet moments that meant nothing on their own but collectively tightened something in my chest. I told myself I was imagining it, that insecurity was getting the better of me. But she laughed with him in a way I hadn't heard in months. She brushed his arm while speaking, a gesture she'd stopped using with me long ago. Later, we stood near the bar. Emma stepped away to answer a call, and that's when his demeanor changed. He smirked slightly, turning the ice in his glass. "So," he said lightly, "you're the ex." For a moment, I thought I'd misheard him. "The what?" I asked, sharper than intended. He laughed and leaned in closer. "Didn't mean to spoil it." "She didn't tell you?" The words hit hard. I turned just as Emma came back. The second our eyes met, I knew. She froze, color draining from her face, her lips parting without a sound. No explanation was necessary. I placed my glass down carefully, offered him a polite smile, then looked at her. "So this is recent?" I asked softly. She said nothing. "Understood," I said, and walked away, leaving her trembling beside her boss. The drive home felt unreal, like moving through fog. Traffic lights and passing headlights blurred together. I wasn't angry, I was numb. For years, I'd supported Emma through late evenings, work trips, emotional distance. I convinced myself relationships simply shifted, that love didn't vanish, it mellowed. But now I saw it clearly. It hadn't changed. It had been slowly suffocating beneath layers of dishonesty. When I got home, I packed only what mattered. Clothes, my passport, the watch my father gave me. Everything else stayed behind. I didn't want reminders. My phone vibrated endlessly, calls from Emma, followed by messages. "Please, Daniel, it's not what you think. Can we talk? I need to explain. Please come back. I made a mistake." I turned the phone face down and sat on the edge of the bed that no longer felt like ours. I felt hollow, like something essential had been removed. The next morning, she came by. The knock was tentative. When I opened the door, she stood there with smeared makeup and puffy eyes. "Daniel," she whispered, "please hear me out. He was someone from before you. He got promoted recently. I didn't know how to tell you." I looked at her, unsure which hurt more, the betrayal or the silence. "You didn't know how," I repeated. "You had months. You chose not to." She sobbed harder and stepped toward me. "I swear, I wasn't sleeping with him." "Maybe not," I said calmly, "but you let him live inside every lie. You shielded him with silence. That's worse." She reached for me. I stepped back. For the first time, I felt no anger, only clarity. "I spent years defending you," I said quietly, "telling people you were just exhausted, just overwhelmed. Turns out they saw it before I did." She begged me to stay. I picked up my bag and walked past her. "It ended the moment he recognized me," I said. 2 weeks later, I was living in a small apartment downtown. Thin walls, streetlights outside the window. Strangely, the quiet felt restorative. I slept better. I thought more clearly. Betrayal has a way of burning everything so completely that beginning again feels like breathing fresh air. Emma kept trying. Long apologies, promises, explanations. I read every message. Sometimes I typed replies I never sent. What was there left to say? One evening, waiting for takeout at a nearby cafe, I heard a familiar voice behind me. "Daniel." I turned. It was him, her boss, her past. He looked surprised, not remorseful. "Didn't expect to see you," he said casually. He tried to justify himself. Said Emma told him we'd been falling apart long before he arrived. I laughed quietly. "Of course she did." He shrugged. "She's complicated." I met his eyes until his confidence faltered. "You know," I said evenly, "I should probably thank you." He frowned. "For what?" "For revealing the truth before I wasted more time." I walked past him. "You can have whatever version of her you want. Just understand this, you'll never have her honesty. That part is gone." He looked away first. That night, I sat by the window watching rain trace lines down the glass. I felt no resentment, no longing, only calm. I opened my phone and reread her last message. I miss you. Please come home. I typed a response, then deleted it. Some things don't need answers. Some endings are meant to stay silent. Please help me reach 1,000 subscribers.